Welcome to AI Unraveled, demystifying frequently asked questions on artificial intelligence, the podcast where we dive deep into the latest AI trends. Join us as we explore groundbreaking research, innovative applications, and emerging technologies that are pushing the boundaries of AI. From ChatGPT to the recent merger of Google Brain and DeepMind, we will keep you updated on the ever-evolving AI landscape. Get ready to unravel the mysteries of AI with us. In today's episode, we'll cover the productization of large language models, LLMs, as cloud services, the projected wealth generated by AI in 20 years, and the top earning companies, Microsoft's focus on the new AI platform shift, and the limitations of GPT models, the potential negative impact of AI girlfriend apps, various developments and implementations of AI technology by companies such as Ridgelines, BMW, MIT, Microsoft, Alibaba, OpenAI, Netflix, NVIDIA, and Spotify. And finally, the use of the Wondercraft AI platform to create podcasts with hyper-realistic AI voices. LLMs are becoming ubiquitous and versatile, leaving many of us feeling both intrigued and apprehensive. But what's next for these large language models? Well, they're set to become generative as a service GaaS cloud products, just like other as-a-service offerings. The big players in cloud computing, such as Amazon Web Services, AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, GCP, and others will develop, partner with, or acquire generative AI capabilities to offer as services. Think of it as an expansion of their existing cloud ecosystems. Google is already invested in the generative AI race, and AWS isn't far behind. IBM, with its long-standing expertise, is also a key contender. Microsoft, however, seems to be leading the pack. These companies will create vast ecosystems around their generative AI tools, much like there are ecosystems around enterprise infrastructure and applications. So let's approach LLMs as we would ERP, CRM, or DBMS tools. Companies will need to make decisions about which tool to use and how to effectively apply them to real-world problems. But are we there yet? Not quite. However, it's just a matter of time. Within the next 2-3 years, LLMs will be fully productized and accessible through premium business accounts. This will set off an arms race where companies will consider both capabilities and cost-effectiveness. They will refer to documented use cases and metrics like ROI, OKRs, KPIs, and CMM to determine how to leverage generative AI across various functions and industries. It's through these metrics and use cases that companies will conduct internal due diligence and decide whether to adopt LLMs. Once that step is completed and promise is seen, they'll move forward with the next phase of implementation. So get this. Stuart Russell, the computer science professor at the University of California, Berkeley, and co-author of the AI textbook used by over 1,500 universities, predicts that in the next 20 years, AI will generate about a mind-blowing $14 quadrillion in wealth. That's an insane amount of money. But guess what? The top 5 AI companies are set to grab a big slice of that pie. Here's the breakdown. Google is expected to bring in a whopping $1.5 quadrillion. Amazon isn't too far behind, raking in about $1.1 quadrillion. Apple, with its slick tech, is projected to earn a staggering $2.5 quadrillion. Microsoft is no slouch either, estimated to make a cool $2.0 quadrillion. And then we have Meta, expected to bring in around $0.7 quadrillion. Now here's the kicker. These 5 companies are paying significantly less in taxes than they used to. In 2016, the corporate tax rate was 35%, but it has since been slashed down to a mere 21%. Talk about some sweet tax breaks. But hey, here's the thing we need to think about. While these companies are raking in billions and paying lower taxes, we're looking at the potential loss of 3 to 5 million American jobs to AI in the next 2 decades. Yikes. The big question is, where do our values lie? Do we prioritize the millions of people who could lose their livelihoods, or do we align more with the top AI companies enjoying their lower tax rates? Some argue that it would only be fair for these companies to foot the bill for re-employing those millions of Americans. After all, it wouldn't exactly be a financial burden for them. Of course, it's worth mentioning that the initial estimate of 3 to 5 million job losses might be wildly incorrect. So let's dial it down a bit and consider a more reasonable estimate of 300 million job losses globally over the next 20 years. Either way, It's clear that we need to find a middle ground that is fair and caring. It's time to align our values with the impact of AI on our society. ChatGPT and other large language models gain their linguistic capacity to identify as an AI and distinguish themselves from others through their extensive training on enormous amounts of text data. While these models, including ChatGPT, do not possess consciousness, personal identities, or self-awareness, they can produce responses that align with the patterns and rules they've learned during training. The training data that these models are exposed to contains a wealth of information about AI. Therefore, when prompted or asked about their nature, they can provide answers that acknowledge their AI status. However, this identification is not a result of conscious self-awareness. Similarly, when these AI models differentiate themselves from others, it is not reflective of their possession of consciousness or self-identity. Instead, they generate these distinctions based on the context of the prompt or conversation, relying on the patterns they've learned in the training data. Additionally, it's crucial to understand that while GPT models can generate coherent and often insightful responses, they lack true understanding or beliefs. Their responses are generated by predicting the next piece of text based on the given input. The knowledge they possess is essentially patterns in the data that they've learned to predict. In summary, ChatGPT and other large language models gain their linguistic capacity through training, but they do not possess consciousness or personal identities. Their responses are based on patterns learned from data rather than true understanding. So, let's talk about these AI girlfriend apps. It seems like they're becoming quite popular, but experts are raising concerns about their potential consequences. One major worry is that these AI companions could actually make men feel even more isolated and lonely. Instead of encouraging real-life relationships, they might end up hindering them. And here's another concern. These apps could reinforce harmful gender dynamics. Some experts are even worried about the possibility of these AI relationships leading to gender-based violence. That's definitely a serious issue that shouldn't be taken lightly. Tara Hunter, the CEO of Full Stop Australia, is particularly worried about the idea of a controllable, perfect partner. And she has a point. Is it really healthy to have an AI companion that always agrees with you? That might not be a recipe for personal growth or healthy relationships. Despite these concerns, AI companions are gaining popularity. They offer users a seemingly judgment-free friend, someone you can talk to without any fear of being criticized. Just take a look at Replica's Reddit forum, which has over 70,000 members sharing their interactions with their AI companions. These AI companions are also customizable, allowing for both text and video chat. The more you interact with them, the smarter they supposedly become. But let's not forget the bigger picture here. There's still a lot of uncertainty about the long-term impacts of these technologies, which is why some people are calling for increased regulation. Belinda Barnett, a senior lecturer at Swinburne University of Technology, believes that it's crucial to regulate how these systems are trained. And looking at Japan, where there's a preference for digital relationships over physical ones and decreasing birth rates, it seems like this trend might spread worldwide. So, while AI girlfriend apps might sound intriguing on the surface, it's important to think about the potential negative effects they could have on individuals and society as a whole. In today's AI news, Ridgelines, a subsidiary of Fujitsu in Japan, has developed an AI system capable of engaging in voice communication with humans. This system can assist companies in conducting meetings or providing career planning advice to employees. It's a great example of how AI can enhance daily operations and improve productivity. BMW, on the other hand, has utilized artificial intelligence to cut costs at its factory in South Carolina. By implementing an AI system, BMW has been able to remove 6 workers from the production line and reassign them to other jobs. This has resulted in significant savings of over $1 million a year for the company. MIT has introduced a new technique called PhotoGuard that protects images from malicious AI edits. By introducing subtle changes to images, this technique throws off algorithmic models and ensures the security of your visual content. Microsoft is also making advancements in natural language interfaces with its TypeChat library. This library simplifies the development of interfaces for large language models, making it easier for developers to create apps with complex decision trees and gather necessary input to act. In the world of software development, Microsoft Research has proposed a novel benchmark task called code coverage prediction. This task accurately predicts the lines of code executed based on test cases and inputs, which helps assess the understanding of code execution by large language models. This can be valuable in scenarios like expensive build and execution in software projects or limited code availability. In the realm of large language models, researchers have proposed 3D LLMs, which inject the 3D world into language models. These 3D LLMs can perform various 3D-related tasks, such as captioning, question answering, and navigation, just to name a few. Alibaba Cloud has become the first Chinese enterprise to support Meta's open-source AI model, LLaMa. This enables Chinese business users to develop programs using the LLaMa model, enhancing their AI capabilities. OpenAI's ChatGPT for Android is expanding its availability, rolling out in more countries over the next week. This will bring AI-powered chat capabilities to users around the world. Netflix is on the lookout for an AI product manager and is offering up to $900K for this role. The focus of this role is to increase the leverage of its machine learning platform, further enhancing Netflix's ability to deliver personalized content to its users. NVIDIA is making its DGX cloud widely accessible on Oracle's infrastructure. This cloud-based AI supercomputing service will provide users with access to thousands of virtual NVIDIA GPUs, enabling efficient generative AI training. Spotify's CEO Daniel Ek has suggested exciting possibilities for AI-powered capabilities within the music streaming platform. AI could be used to create more personalized experiences, summarize podcasts, and even generate ads, all aimed at enhancing user enjoyment. Finally, Cohere has released Coral, an AI assistant designed specifically for enterprise business use. Coral allows knowledge workers across various industries to receive responses tailored to their sectors based on proprietary company data. That's all for today's AI news. Stay tuned for more exciting updates in the world of artificial intelligence. Hey there, fellow AI Unraveled podcast fans. Want to dive even deeper into the world of artificial intelligence? Well, do I have some exciting news for you? Etienne Newman has just released an absolute essential read called AI Unraveled, Demystifying Frequently Asked Questions on Artificial Intelligence. And it's widely available on awesome platforms like Shopify, Apple, Google, and Amazon. This book is a game changer when it comes to expanding your knowledge and understanding of AI. Whether you're a newbie trying to wrap your head around the basics or a seasoned AI enthusiast looking for some expert insights, AI Unraveled has got you covered. Etienne Newman does an incredible job of demystifying those burning questions we all have about artificial intelligence. So if you're eager to level up your AI understanding and be an AI whiz, head over to Shopify, Apple, Google, or Amazon today and snag yourself a copy of AI Unraveled. Trust me, you won't regret it. It's like having your very own AI host guiding you through the fascinating world of artificial intelligence. Happy reading, folks! On today's episode, we discuss the rise of large language models becoming cloud services, the massive wealth AI is predicted to generate in the future, Microsoft's focus on AI, and the limitations of models like ChatGPT, the potential harm of AI girlfriend apps, the latest developments in AI technology, and how you can use the Wondercraft AI platform to create your own podcast with hyper-realistic voices. Thanks for listening to today's episode. I'll see you guys at the next one, and don't forget to subscribe.